just some observations, which I would do in no set order, just as I find things and commenting. This here, terrible place to have it really. These things can radiate quite a bit of static and hum that can induct into your radio if they're not put somewhere safe. That can cause some hum, etc. This here is replacing this thing here. Right, remember I showed you that this morning, but it's already been replaced with that thing that's gone down. Okay, they put these big cans above the chassis so that the chassis itself, the metal in the chassis, would shield the rest of the componentry while that electrolytic was doing its job. Okay, the old time radio people really worked hard at getting their lead dressings and componentry placements down to a bit of an art. In some radios, unless you put the leads back exactly the way they were, they can hum. You get hum inducted into them. Now, for example, you can see this old wire here, these old wires, how they've been dressed and up and they're net close to the chassis. In fact, they're up in the corner, so they've got the shielding. They've been shielded by this chassis here that's acting as an earth, as a shield. Okay, so that's original wiring. I suspect they were concerned about noise getting into the radio, and I say that because you can see here, see this, look at that, see that metal? That's a braided shielded wire. Okay, this is signal is going into there and it's inside there. For them to do that out of the factory, they obviously had some concerns. And then the other point I'll make about shielding and wire, you see this here, someone's done some new wiring, all right, okay to pie, but what they've done, they've run these red wires down and they've put a switch to the switch here for your off on, like for your on and off. But look how it's been laid. Look at this. That didn't come from the factory. That's rough. Okay. The only good thing is possibly in a position that's not going to do it much harm, because you've got live voltage, you've got house mains going through that wire, going to the back there. Now, take a look at this. This is the off-on volume. So you've got your switch with these two red wires, and then you've got signal in the radio coming through for your volume control. And look at that, a second braided wire running off. So they were really concerned about getting hum in the radio. That's excellent. I love it. Okay, it shows that these Kiwi engineers were putting some thought in, and it sort of goes in there, tucks in, and you can see that it goes in up onto underneath the top of the chassis. Okay, and it runs up, and look, see it there. So that's shielding, and that's heading off, you know, to pick the signal up. So yeah, very, very, very nice there. You know, 10 points to whoever designed this. They were clearly thinking about signal path, wire dressing, and how to make this radio sound really good. And it's unfortunate, of course, we come along years later, bunch of rip shit and bust, and look at this, you know. Put this in, throw that in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a I'll probably put this one in. That's a 32 cap. I'll put a 40 in there, a new one, and I'll dress it. I might not even go that way. I might come out, I might go this way, I might come through and go to another earth tie for the negative. Okay, I'll dress it so that it's nice, that it's tucked up inside next to the chassis, so as to avoid any possibility of transferring of noise. Because you can see here, I mean, look at this, it's just up there touching against the tone. I mean, that's just, yeah, right. Whoever did these have done well. You see they're up close next to the chassis. Okay. So yeah, whoever's been doing that did a good job there. Possibly this little one here could have been moved over a little bit and closer. Yeah, that one there, that's jutting out a bit, that could go on closer maybe. Yeah, so whoever did these yellow ones did a good job. Okay, did these yellow, put these yellow capacitors in. Yeah, the only comment I'll make is that these haven't been graded for positive and negative. They haven't probably taken into account the outside foil edge, and that can also induce hum into your radio. Now here's one of these old ones that I was telling you about. I pulled out of that oscilloscope. I see that's a 0.1, 1250 volts. They're good voltage on them, but it has no polarity. It doesn't have positive and negative on them. Now, modern electronics, it's where they use an integrated circuit and what have you. It's not such a big deal so much as it was back in the day when these radios were built. Polarity on the electrolytic was really important. This one here, I'll clip it out when I replace it, because that's an old waxy from the period, and I'll clean it up, and it will show me where the outside foil is, where the negative is, and that's your negative. That goes to earth, or the side of the least resistance, impedance, side of the least impedance in the circuit. So I'll clean it up, and I'll show you what that is. These are always polarized, these electrolytics, so one side's positive and negative. This bit of blue wire here's the positive, and this is just going into an earth tie, as you can see. But that shouldn't be hanging out. These little things here, that bit of wire can really induct noise into the circuits. Anyway, all good.